Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Red Hawk. Yeah, I just want to mention, I mentioned about the new Superman that's coming out tomorrow, 2025. And all my subscribers, I just want to know and ask y'all a question basically, who is y'all favorite Superman as far as live action portrayals? Because when I went on Google, I looked up actors who played Superman, and it was like mad people that played Superman, even voice actors that voice Superman for like animation and everything. But as far as live action portrayal, I'm just saying the live action that we've seen over the years. Who is your favorite Superman? And these are some of the actors that played Superman in live action. Kirk Allen, he played Superman in 1948 and 1950, and then George Reeves played Superman in 1952 and 1958. And I'm really familiar with George. That was the first Superman I knew about as far as before Christopher Reeves, I mean. But because I watched some of the reruns of George Reeves Superman, but I didn't know about Kirk Allen until recently. And we all know, if you're from Generation X, my generation, you know about Christopher Reeve. That's the Superman, my Superman I grew up on. And he portrayed Superman in 1978 and the other sequels from there. Brandon Routh portrayed Superman in the movie Superman Returns in 2006. Tom Welling from the CW series Smallville. And I know y'all familiar with Smallville if you watch CW enough. He portrayed Clark Kent and eventually became Superman in the TV series Smallville, because Smallville was about Superman's childhood. And another Superman of mine, as I say, is Dean Cain, who portrayed Superman in the 90s on the show Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. And Henry Cavill, of course, guys, he portrayed Superman on Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Justice League movie. And the last I got on this list is Tyler Hoechlin. He portrayed Superman on the CW series Supergirl, because he played Supergirl's cousin, Clark Superman, of course. And he also played Superman in, he portrayed Superman in Superman and Lois series on CW. Yeah, so and that show, I watched this show for a while too. This show was it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I think he did a pretty good portrayal of Superman. But I'll say, out of all these actors, which one is y'all favorite out of this list of actors that portrayed Superman? And also the other Superman, last but not least, the other Superman, David Corbin Sweat, who I just mentioned in the other video, because we know he's the current Superman right now, portraying Superman in the movie that comes out tomorrow, Superman. And of course, I had to put him on a list, of course, because he's portraying Superman. But out of this list, even if you want to mention David as well, depending on how you view him and everything, who's your favorite Superman? And mind you, matter of fact, I'm gonna give y'all this. I'll say this to my subscribers: who are your two favorite Supermans out of this list? Out of this list, who are your two favorite Superman out of this list? Let me know. And I can say for myself, my number one favorite Superman will always be Christopher Reeve, of course, because I grew up on him. I was literally, the first movie came out when I was born, literally. And as a child, I saw the movies over the years and everything. So he's definitely my Superman. But also my other Superman is Dean Cain as well, because I was a kid growing up, in my childhood, watching Dean Cain put his portrayal of Superman. So I can definitely say my favorite two Superman for me is Christopher Reeve and Dean Cain. So let me know who are your two favorite Supermans out of this list. And my subscribers, if you're a comic book fan or you're just a movie fan, check out Superman tomorrow, Superman 2025, starring David Corbin Sweat. So, like I said, y'all, let me know who y'all two favorite Superman. Put it in the comments. It's Red Hawk 1.